Now, a lot of people want to know why I quit dump trucking in 2026. First and foremost, um, I gave a lot of time, years into this trucking shit, and some of it might have been on me. Some of it just certain shit. When you try to jump into certain lanes, and a lot of shit just sometimes it don't be for you. So, um, I gave dump trucking like almost 3 years, 2.5 plus some change, a little bit, almost like 3 years. And dump trucking, you gotta either if you don't own the truck, um, it's really just a glorified dead end job if that's all you got going on. And I was the type to just have that going on, and I didn't want to have a glorified dead end job no longer. And then depending on who you're working with, you know, y'all if y'all got brokers, it's a lot of factors. So dump trucking is like this. If you spend over an hour to get to the yard, that's a problem. Because in dump trucking, you don't get paid until you get on the job. And now they got this funny ass shit to where you only get paid per load. So say for instance, you only getting paid such and such per load, but the job don't start till 7 a.m. But it's 60 trucks on the job. And the job is 50 miles away from where you live at. So now not only you got to get up early, get to the yard, beat traffic to get to in line and get a good spot in line so you can, get off at a decent time. And Lord knows what can happen in between you dropping off that load. You might have a blowout, your PTO might go out, your gate might not lift open so the dirt or whatever shit you hauling can fall out the back of the truck. Anything can happen. So you got in your mind, you set your alarm clock for 2:30 in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning, and the job don't start till 7, but they not releasing nobody to get loaded. You're not getting loaded till almost 9 o'clock, 8:30. But you've been up since about 3:30, walking out the door at 3:30 to get to the yard by 4, so you can be on the clock. I mean, be on the freeway and be up out of there, right? So I looked at that shit like, okay, that's my time. I'm only getting paid until I dump this load. You're not dumping that first load for your money until maybe 11 o'clock. So you've been up since 3. You didn't hear ching ching until maybe 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock, something like that. It all depends on, where this dump is at. For me particularly, I'm just speaking on real shit, real facts, a story on a job I was on, the last job I was on. It was hella far from the yard, and it paid a certain amount of money that was just like, okay, um, whoever owns it, I didn't own the truck, so the owner gonna have to pay me drive time. Like, bro, you gotta pay me drive time because this shit ain't even worth it. As far as a nigga working an 8-hour day on a regular job, or even if you got a regular job with a CDL and y'all work 10 hours, it's still not the same as the hours and time that you put into this dump truck shit. We're not sitting around just chilling. Like, a lot of cats got into the dump truck game and they was like, oh, bro, you gonna be cool, bro. We just be kicking it. We be sitting around doing nothing. We be kicking it, chilling. It ain't that, bro. It is not that. Trust me, I've been on all the jobs. Everybody know me. Everybody know D. Yeah, you know the truck. When you see me, you know the truck. Every truck I drove, you know it was me when I jumped out. If the truck was ugly, you still knew it was me when I jumped out. So anyway, um, I quit that shit because I, got onto some other shit where I could make that money that I spent all them hours doing. In that time I spent in just those all them hours, I can make more money doing something more. How can I say, more of a craft and more of a trade, and I didn't have to break my neck and my time and just being exhausted thinking about the job. When you get that text from that broker saying you're going here tomorrow, and you don't got no choice. When the broker send it to the nigga that owns the trucks, they gonna send you, hey nigga, this where you going tomorrow, and you don't got no say so. I like having some type of say so. And you know, I know how to be a boss. I ran the truck. The first dump truck I ever drove, I pretty much managed the truck. I ran the truck. So for a motherfucker to hire me to be a driver, you fucking with somebody who come from a family of owners, and most of my partners that fuck with these dump trucks, they own these trucks. So you're not talking to a peon in the game. So I did this shit because you know it's other stuff I do. You know, I fuck with the YouTube, you know, stand up comedy. You know, I got another business on the side, my paint business, this, that, and the third, whatever, you know, the merch, whatever. I got other shit going on besides focusing all my time into driving a truck for somebody else. So that didn't work out for me. You know, it was cool, you know, flashing the blue lights. So I see the homies on the freeway. We did the fire in Altadena. We you know what I'm saying, everybody had their lights on when we was at the dump site, Simi Valley. All that shit was cool. But they was getting they chili. I wasn't. When the fire was over, I wasn't buying no new shit. They was buying new shit. I'm a driver. You know what I'm saying? That got the mind of a boss. So that was only gonna last so long. I had to leave that shit alone, man. So the dump truck shit wasn't for me. I'm on my own shit. I got my own business. I always been, you know, a boss, some type of boss in my mind, whether it was, you know, I had all the dough in the world, but it was always, I never looked at some job as if I'm gonna retire here. It was like, nah, I'm gonna use them to get on to the shit that I need so I can get the fuck up out of here. Because I understand economics. I understand the economy. I understand our government. I understand what it takes. I understand that me working for $27 an hour um, is not going to buy me a home anywhere in California, in LA County, Los Angeles County. I'm not going to buy a home in Los Angeles County making $27 an hour unless I'm making some major plays on the side. So I look at myself as somebody, if you know better, you do better. So I know better. Um, and, you know, it was other politics going on, things that, you know, I'm not going to say because I'm not a dirty mackin ass, you know, type of dude. But yeah, so I just quit, bro. And I'm on my own. If I'm a struggle with somebody else, um, I can do that on my own. And then another thing about this dump truck shit they don't tell you about is you don't work, you don't get paid. And if it rains, oh well. There's no way to make up. And then what a lot of these motherfuckers that own these trucks, they think that, hey man, you want to work you want to work Saturday and you tell them no, you got something else going on. Some niggas feel like, oh well, oh, you got all the money in the world, man. Why you don't want to work Saturday? I mean, look, bro, you asked me a yes or no question. I said no. I don't give a fuck how many days it rained. No, I'm not working Saturday. I'm finna go get some more money somewhere else, doing something less than putting in all them fucking hours I gotta put in to work for your motherfucking ass. I can go make that on my own on a Saturday. Even though it rained all week. I can't make up that money exchanging time for money. I can't make up the days it rain. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people don't understand in this dump truck shit. If it rains or if the wind is blowing too hard, we getting shut down, no pay. There's nothing on the table. There ain't no more 6-hour minimums and none of that shit. A lot of these brokers don't give a fuck. So if the broker don't give a fuck, the owner can't give a fuck. So you can't have no heart in this shit. And if you ain't got no emotion outside of this, driving every day for another nigga, or you driving for yourself, you know, it's better for yourself because you gonna make 800 a day, a G a day, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Minus the fuel and your overhead expenses, your yard fee, wherever you park your truck, your maintenance on your truck, fuel, you got to pay a driver, whatever it is. I know these mathematics and I understand. You gotta pay me at the end of the motherfucking day. You got to pay me, man. But it just wasn't for me, man. And I just ran out of um the patience for it, man. I don't have the patience for it. I'm spending way too much time as I get older. You know, I'm over 40. I'll be 42 this year, so I don't got time to sit there and break my neck for another man or this broker only wants to pay this. It was a time, maybe about a week or two before I quit. I was like, the broker, I had to call one of the load counters, which is a job I didn't even know existed until I got to this shit. I called the load counter like, hey, where y'all load counter at? I called another one like, what happened to the job? Oh, well, this job is canceled. I said, the job is canceled, motherfucker. We woke up early and shit, and then they say they're not gonna pay us. So the owner tell me, nigga, I can't pay you for not driving. I might pay you 2 hours. I give you 2 hours for the day. Well, that's what, $50 or some shit for me to get up in the morning to go. I still got up. I don't think people understand, like, you plan your day around the day off when you don't gotta work. You know what I'm saying? Like you plan your whole day around this shit. Getting up early, knowing where you gotta go. Like, this dump truck shit is so crazy. Like, I don't eat a certain, like, well, I ain't gonna say don't, because I ain't fucking with it now, but I didn't eat a certain way during the week because I can't stop to go take a shit. I can't. I'm not shitting in the porta potty. Not only that, you got up early as fuck for the nigga behind you that was 6 trucks behind you to pass you up on a freeway or some shit because you had to stop. So, nigga, that 30 minutes that you got ahead of him didn't mean shit. Now you feel like a dummy because you had to pull over to take a shit. And now the nigga that was 6 trucks behind you that didn't get there when you got there super early just passed you the fuck up. And you mad than motherfucker. Trust me, when you work per load, you be mad as fuck when you see somebody pass you up. You like, God damn, how the fuck you get in front of me? Or they got a raggedy ass fast Freightliner and they just blow right past your peak and it's over. You like, God damn, this nigga done got me. You know? But it's all kind of factors into that shit, man. Dump truck niggas tap in, man. I can go for days talking about dump trucking. I can give y'all a part 2 if y'all want a part 2, but I'm just giving y'all my story. Why I said fuck dump trucking in 2026. I'm on my own. I'm gonna get my chili and all my bread on my own as a man. I ran other people's businesses. I understand what a boss is. I'm around bosses. I'm surrounded by bosses. Every one of my partners that I fuck with in this dump truck shit, they got their own trucks. Shout out to all the homies that ain't gonna see me out there. You know what I'm saying? 10 wheels down or 2 wheels up. It is what it is, man. Much love. Y'all be safe out there, man. 10-4.